On today's show, we limber up with the flamenco, check out some picture-perfect libraries, and
A little in sync action. All right.
cue up your favorite tunes on a CD.
You never have to worry about an artist taking their song off of a streaming platform.
Plus,
Oh, wow. This is just the right amount of the strawberry.
pucker up for a new twist on lemonade.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
But up first, simple tips to get a good night's sleep. It's your life, it's your list, and it starts right now.
Hey everyone, I'm Christina Guerrero.
And I'm Jimmy Rhodes, and for a long time, traditional wisdom has held that we all need 8 hours of sleep every night.
Yes, but the fact is, we're all very different people with wildly different circumstances and needs.
Clearing up misconceptions and finding the perfect sleep plan for you is our featured story at the top of the list.
8 hours of sleep a night? That's a myth we're gonna put to bed.
Average sleep cycle is approximately 90 minutes long. The average person has 5 of those sleep cycles. So 5 times 90 is 450 minutes, divided by 60 is 7.5 hours of sleep. So even the math doesn't make sense.
Everybody has their own internal clock that determines how many hours of sleep they need. And that number changes over time.
But once you figure out your sleep need number, that's the thing you need to get.
Dr. Michael Bruce, the sleep doctor, tells you how to find your perfect sleep at any age. Let's start with the 20s and 30s.
You know, we had amazing sleep in our teen years. So as we go into our 20s and 30s, sleep is starting to get a little bit more challenging.
Part of this can be blamed on what he calls social jet lag.
When you're used to staying up until 2 o'clock in the morning and sleeping till 11, you kind of do that into your early 30s.
This gets harder over the years and results in the dreaded Mondays.
Stay up late on Friday, sleep in on Saturday. Stay up late on Saturday, sleep in on Sunday. It only takes 2 days to shift your circadian rhythm. This is why Mondays suck.
Not great if you're building a career or family, so he says these are the years you have to prioritize going to bed and waking up at the same time, no matter how annoying it is.
That level of consistency is really what the body is looking for.
Next, 40s and 50s.
As we walk into our 40s, we're losing slow wave sleep.
That's when your body physically restores itself.
What ends up happening also is we get a little bit finicky, if you will, with our sleep. Meaning we hear more stuff, light affects us more, sound affects us more.
Muscle and strength loss also increases, so this is the time to get back into the gym.
Consistency in terms of daily exercise can be a really big factor.
Wearing yourself out can improve sleep quality.
Really start to look inward and really kind of train, because I got news for you. If you're not sleeping well in your mid-40s, it's not going to get better.
Finally, your 60s and beyond.
A lot of people are retiring somewhere between 55 and 60, and so their daily grind is completely different.
A looser schedule usually means changes in wake-up times, which can be disruptive.
Other big transitions that we have a tendency to see as we get into our late 60s, even early 70s, is again the deterioration of stages 3-4 sleep.
This is deep sleep.
Our bodies don't seem to want to stay into the depth of sleep that it normally was, and so we have awakenings multiple times a night.
This causes people to take more naps, which ruins sleep even more. To fight this, keep your nutrition in line and stay active.
Whatever you do, try to be active, maybe 30 to 45 minutes. All of these things will help you dramatically as you move forward into your age.
To learn more, head to thesleepdoctor.com. Waking up to the truth about sleep is at the top of the list.
But when you're trying to work through life's aches and pains, hitting the dance floor may not be the first thing that comes to mind, but we are going to show you how to bust a move without busting a hip with flamenco dancing for pain relief.
Get back relief once and for all with the proud posture of flamenco.
Flamenco is a great way to work out the kinks because we work with precision and depth.
Coco Cabral, the flamenco fitness MD, has 3 moves that can help make you more flexible than a flamingo. Start your day with a roll and rest.
The key to a correct shoulder roll is to complete your circle, especially the bottom part of the circle, and allow your shoulders to actually rest in the bottom of that circle.
This loosens up the sides of the neck and traps and can help release tension throughout the day.
When you're tense or nervous or worried about something, the tendency is to hunch the shoulders either upward or forward or a combination of both.
Roll the shoulders forward and up up towards your ears, then let a breath out.
Roll into the back of your circle, and then very importantly, roll into and through the bottom of that circle.
Repeat this 3 times in a row, 3 times a day. And while you're at it, to fix your posture during the day, squeeze the rhomboids.
If someone tells you you have to stand up tall or you should sit up straight, is to not pinch your shoulder blades together in the back. You see this? Like, ow, ow.
Instead, squeeze and stretch to help relieve tension between the shoulder blades.
So hug yourself and bring your shoulders forward, and then release the hug so you feel the difference. And then release. And find a refreshing place in between the 2 extremes.
Repeat this 3 times a day.
And after that third one, really allow the shoulders to register in that refreshing place in between the 2 points.
To target your biggest back muscles, do the mirror move.
We've got the trapezius in the upper half and the latissimus dorsi in the lower half, plus the rhomboids between the shoulder blades, and bonus, the deltoid muscle and the rotator cuff muscles in the shoulder.
Start with your arms overhead, shoulder blades down, and neck long.
Lower one arm in front and bring the hand towards the hip joint, and then bring the arm just behind the torso, and then raise the arm overhead again.
Repeat with the other arm and do this 10 times each side.
When we condition the muscles correctly and properly, then we get pain relief.
Proud as a flamenco dancer and fit as a fiddle.
If you're a child of the 80s or 90s, this will be music to your ears. CDs are making a comeback, but it's about a lot more than just nostalgia. Teresa Strasser is popping open those plastic cases and taking the CD for another spin.
According to Rolling Stone, the CD era peaked in the year 2000 with NSYNC selling more than 2.4 million copies of their No Strings Attached album, right around the time Napster and the MP3 showed the disc the door. We hit up 2 experts, Casey Mendoza, culture reporter at our sister network Newsy, and Joe Stark, a Mesa, Arizona used record store owner. They explain why the format is back, starting with a physical reminder of happier times.
It's mainly nostalgia, just like how cassette tapes and vinyl albums are still coming back in a really big way.
And that yearning for yesteryear is an all-ages affair.
Record stores are finding new customers with younger listeners.
Joe Stark's shop, the House of Used, echoed the same sentiment. He says it's hard work keeping CDs in stock.
Well, the CD sales in our store have been up about 50% in store and about 100% on my eBay store.
A little in sync action. All right.
Next up, CDs are a great backup plan for our favorite artists.
There's safety in owning physical media. You never have to worry about an artist taking their song off of a streaming platform.
And if you're looking to ditch streaming to save money, these discs offer a lot of value.
There's a point maybe that you're on a budget and you can't afford it. Also, people like to buy CDs and download them, and then they can put them on and they can do their own mixes.
We found all kinds of new and classic CDs for 99 cents. Joe says you can expect to pay around $1 to $5 on average for used CDs, with new ones in the $12 to $15 range.
So it's nice to, have my own collection of music that I can access without a monthly fee.
We'll wrap with superior sound quality. Streaming services, while convenient, compress the song files, so they stream smoothly, but you do lose some of the sonic detail.
Music played from CDs over a piece of physical media that doesn't need to have that compressed file size has a wider dynamic range and more bass.
Giving a 90s icon a second spin with the CD comeback.
Still to come on the list,
You can do a light shake or a stir.
lemonade cocktails that are ripe with flavor.
We're gonna grab limoncello.
Plus, these libraries are so much more than books.
Its elaborately decorated interior embellished by works of art from nearly 50 American painters and sculptors.
And
there's no crying in baseball!
Take a look back at 30 years of a league of their own.
It's been a thin slice of heaven. Goodbye.
All that and more next.
YouTube, you are right in the middle of watching a fantastic show, if I might say so myself. But I wanted to remind you to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss 1 minute of the list. Okay, back to the show.
Welcome back, and sure, KG, lemonade is the ultimate family beverage for a hot summer day.
Yes, but now this all-American thirst quencher is looking to graduate from hot weather to a year-round drink.
So we're whipping up some adult lemonade cocktails that are suitable for serving up anytime.
You may think of lemonade as a kid's beverage, but
As adults, I think we need a little bit of something extra in those lemonade drinks.
You know the old saying, when life hands you lemons, grab the hooch.
Yeah. Exactly.
we're shaking up some lemon drinks that are perfect year-round with Brand Johnson from AZ Lemonade Stand. Starting with an easy one for our beginner mixologists, the Strawberries and Strawberry Cocktail.
And really all it is strawberry Moscato and strawberry lemonade. We're gonna do 3 parts Moscato. So if you want to eyeball kind of 1, 2, 3, and that's pretty much it.
Got it. I can count it.
Yeah, exactly.
You haven't lost me yet.
And again, this is poolside. You've had a couple of these drinks. It makes it really easy to
You
actually
shouldn't be
recreate
driving in your pool. So to me, this is safe.
Then add 1 part strawberry lemonade.
You can do a light shake or a stir, up to you.
All right, I'll do a light shake.
Okay. Moscato has a little bit of carbonation, so you don't want to mix it that. And then what I like to do is I just like to fan out a couple strawberries and put those right on top as pretty as you possibly can.
Okay, make it pretty.
Yep.
That's not pretty. Hang on, I need my little fork guy here. All right.
Add basil and enjoy.
Yeah, it is kind of a sweet drink,
Yeah.
but you know what? Oh, wow. This is just the right amount of the strawberry.
Yeah, it really is.
Next, the Valley. Start by adding basil to a glass and muddle.
What that really does is just kind of releases a lot of those oils, a lot of those flavors from the basil.
I'm working out all my childhood issues with basil.
I think you got it, though.
Next, add lime, limoncello, and gin.
Just give that a good shake.
Yeah. Make sure this thing's on this time. What, am I doing it right?
That's pretty good. They generally say to not shake it towards the customer so that top doesn't fly off and kill somebody.
Okay.
And all we're gonna do now is just top it with some lemonade. And you can garnish it with a little bit of basil and a lime, and you're pretty much off to the races.
My gosh, yeah. The basil is what makes it. That's the unexpected flavor.
And lastly, the Pine Top Spritzer. Start by muddling some kiwi, then add a slice of lime.
These are great when you have paper cuts.
Add some vodka.
Put the lid on there, and then you're just gonna shake that up.
All right.
Top off with lemonade and garnish with kiwi and lime slices.
And if you like kiwi, that should be your spot.
Man, you're using fresh kiwi in this. It's so good.
For full recipes, head to thelisttv.com. We're adding a twist to lemonade beverages.
Okay, when was the last time you went to a library? Fine, you've got audiobooks or you read on your tablet, but there is so much more to libraries than just the books. September is National Library Card Sign-Up Month, so Teresa Strasser's taking us on a tour of some of America's most fascinating libraries. Teresa.
Thank you. These libraries don't just hold a vast amount of knowledge, they are also architectural wonders. Our first stop is the Seattle Public Library in Washington.
It is a landmark within the city to come visit and photograph.
This 11-story modern marvel comes alive with natural light thanks to its beautiful diamond-shaped windows.
The indoor garden and nature-themed carpet give this room an outdoorsy feel, along with the sunlight.
It also contains art installations between levels.
You can find the artwork Northwest Screen by James H. Fitzgerald and Margaret Tompkins there.
For more info, you can visit spl.org. Next on our list is the New York Public Library in Manhattan.
May 23rd, 1911, and it's the opening day of the library. It's a huge deal. People have been watching this building go up for more than a dozen years.
This iconic structure is a designated landmark and
I think you can see why.
The proportions are beautiful, and there are all these welcoming touches like the fountains and the flagpole bases.
The building also includes several appealing floors.
Proceeding into the Rosemain Reading Room, that is the most majestic space in the library and one of the most glorious library spaces in the world.
And amazing art.
This space is decorated with a cycle of murals.
For more info, check out nypl.org. Last on our list is the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
The world's largest library. We have nearly 170 million items here on more than 830 miles of bookshelves.
In this historic location, you'll find not only books, but also
maps, sheet music, photographs and prints, sound recordings, motion pictures, and manuscripts.
And astonishing design details.
Its elaborately decorated interior, embellished by works of art from nearly 50 American painters and sculptors, link the United States to classical traditions of learning and simultaneously flexed American cultural and technological muscle.
If you want more info, visit loc.gov. And those were 3 libraries that take book learning to another level. Lots more to come on the list. Stay with us. Hey guys, welcome back. Today on the watch list, A League of Their Own has become a hit streamer on Amazon, but you know, it never would have happened without the movie classic of the same name released in the summer of 1992. To celebrate its 30th anniversary, we are looking at the highlights of this home run of a movie that still has us all wanting to play ball.
A League of Their Own is the beloved classic that brought the story of the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League to the big screen. We got it! Come on! It stepped up to the plate and is so prestigious, it's even preserved in the U.S. National Film Registry for being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant.
It's a very, very resonant film and a very empowering film.
We spoke to Mike Michon, head of the Moving Image section at the Library of Congress, to help us celebrate this iconic film.
All right, time for the song and dance.
We begin with its success because on top of gifting us some iconic quotes,
there's no crying! There's no crying in baseball!
The comedy was also a box office record breaker, becoming the highest grossing baseball movie of all time.
These women who played in this league were real pioneers, and this film is so celebratory of what they did.
Which is why the film has left a lasting legacy of women's empowerment. Under the direction of Penny Marshall, the film featured Gina Davis, Madonna, and Rosie O'Donnell, just to name a few, and impacted the way people see women in sports.
Penny Marshall really goes out of her way to focus on the women. These are the women's stories who are negotiating this really tumultuous period in American history, and they're coming, into their own. I think Penny Marshall and the scriptwriters do a really, really nice job of drawing all of those things together.
Play great. Like you.
And now, 30 years later, the future looks bright.
She doesn't look like that much competition.
I could be competition, I think.
The TV adaptation of the same name debuted 8-hour-long episodes last month, starring Abby Jacobson, Shantae Adams, and Darcy Carden, and the show's creators are already developing a second season.
It uses the same historical period, but these are different characters, different storylines. They're going to be bringing out more racial issues than were there in the film.
We're here for the tryouts.
I don't think you understand. This is the All-American League.
We're pretty All-American.
Obviously, in a series, you've got a lot more time, a lot more real estate in which you can draw out some of those themes.
Hey, Dollface.
We're celebrating the best of A League of Their Own.
It's been a thin slice of heaven. Goodbye.
On the watch list.
Oh man, Gina Davis, Madonna, Tom Hanks, what a cast, what a great movie.
It's one of those ones that sucks you in. If you see one scene, whatever's left, that's how much you're watching.
Yep, that's right. Hey, speaking of sports, Jimmy, the first week of NFL games, it's in the book. So we are looking at, of course, the league's most important ranking.
Wow.
Yeah, that's last on our list. Next.
Welcome back, and it's time for what's last on our list, and KG football is back. We finally have some NFL games in the can from this past weekend. Half the teams, of course, are disappointed in the outcome, so I thought we'd look at something off the field, the mascot rankings.
Oh yes, I saw those. Not working for me though, because we are Cowboys fans at our house, and our mascot, Rowdy, he ranked all the way down to 14. Not great.
No, that's middle of the pack, and as you know, I'm a Detroit Lions fan, which is rough. We haven't won anything since before I was born.
Which was like a long time. You guys, like a long time ago.
We get the point. Very funny. But our mascot, Rory, squeaked into the top 10. He's number 9. If only the team could do as well.
All right, well, the number 1 mascot was Rampage for the Los Angeles Rams.
Ridiculous. I protest. It looks like a child's plush toy and it eats garbage. Rory, way better.
Bitter much? Coming in last place, the Kansas City Chiefs mascot, Casey Wolf.
And here's something that's kind of sus. This is a scandal, right up there with Deflategate.
Perhaps.
2 teams have 2 entries. Cleveland has Chomps and Brownie the Elf. New Orleans Saints have Sir Saint and Gumbo.
I feel like they're throwing extra players on the field. Not cool. Hey, one last shout out for the best name, in my opinion. Sourdough Sam for the 49ers.
Wait, he's named after bread? That's intimidating.
Okay, if mascots matter though, lions are the king of the jungle, so you should win every season.
So you're telling me the mascots have nothing to do with winning?
Exactly. And friends, that's what's last on our list. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
YouTube, thanks for watching, and all the way to the end too. Don't worry, you won't be quizzed on this content. It's just for fun. But while you're here, leave us a comment down below, like the video, and hit subscribe, and then you'll never miss a list. Speaking of other episodes, boom, we got some for you right there. Click on your favorite and enjoy.